From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Tisha Bader.
I'm Tisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, April the 1st, 2022. A massive allocation of funding for the Israel Police Department was agreed upon last night between Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, Public Security Minister Omer Bar-Lev, and Israel Police Inspector General Yaakov Shabtai. The 181 million shekel over $56 million emergency supplement will strengthen the department with more officers and equipment in light of the recent wave of deadly terrorism in Israel. Bennett addressed the deadly streak in a message on social media before wishing the public a Shabbat Shalom today, writing, "My brothers and sisters, our enemies have been trying for many years to break us through terrorism. They will not succeed." Israel's only athlete in the NBA, Deni Avdija, showed his support for the country during the wave of terror attacks. Before his team, the Washington Wizards, played the Orlando Magic Wednesday night, Avdija wrote, "Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people live," with stars of David on his sneakers. Yisrael Hayom said Avdija told reporters, "There are things that are bigger than basketball. My heart is with Israel." Friday, Muslim prayers in Jerusalem's Old City at the Temple Mount Al-Aqsa Mosque were said to have taken place today without incident. Israeli security forces were on very high alert on this, the eve and first Friday of the holy Muslim month of Ramadan. Israel and the United Arab Emirates signed a historic bilateral free trade agreement today after their fourth and final round of negotiations on the deal this past Tuesday in Jerusalem. Israel's economy minister Orna Barbivai and Emirati Minister of State for Foreign Trade Thani bin Ahmed Al Zayudi signed the deal in the capital today. Barbivai said since the establishment of the Abraham Accords, the Economy and Industry Ministry has been working to expand economic relations between Israel and the United Arab Emirates and to realize its economic potential. The finalization of the negotiations, she said, is a significant and historic milestone in the relationship between the countries, and we will continue to assist the Israeli business community in establishing trade relations in the United Arab Emirates. Israel's field hospital in Ukraine is up and running. Nearly 1,200 people were treated in its first week in operation at Kochav Meir, Shining Star, named for the late Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir, who was from Ukraine. Israel is the first country, by the way, to open a field hospital in Ukraine. And yesterday, Israel's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yair Lapid, shared that Israel is sending 50 tons of humanitarian and medical equipment to Ukraine, in addition to what it has already sent, which is actually, he said, 50 tons of goodwill. The equipment was donated, Lapid said, by thousands of good Israelis who want to help and organizations who undertook this mission, which include Keren Hayesod and the World Zionist Organization, donated with the assistance of the Schusterman Family Philanthropies. Well, the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was posthumously honored this week by the Smithsonian National Museum of American History with its highest honor, the Great Americans Medal. For, the museum wrote, her groundbreaking judicial work, fierce advocacy for gender equality, and extraordinary leadership in a quest for justice under the law. For her intellect, integrity, courage, dedication, and belief in the beauty of the arts, and for inspiring generations of women and girls to carve our own paths. The medal was presented virtually on Wednesday to Ginsburg's children, Jane and James, by museum director Anthea Hartig. Her family also donated a number of items to the museum, including RBG's famous Descent collar. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, April the 1st. Live Shabbat services are coming up from Central Synagogue, followed by Shabbat services from the Hampton Synagogue. At 8:30, a special concert including Shostakovich's Symphony No. 13, based on Yevgeny Yevtushenko's powerful poem Babi Yar. At 9, it's the film Time to Say Goodbye, and then a replay of services from the Hampton Synagogue, followed by a replay from Central Synagogue. And coming up next, a look at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, April the 1st, 2022. I'm Tisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well, and Shabbat Shalom.